Buenos dias and happy Monday. I am very perplexed. I'm a little annoyed because it is almost 11 o'clock, I think. I overslept, but that's besides the point. And I was hoping, okay. Let's back up real quick. I can't remember where I left off thesis-wise from the last vlog, but all 3 committee members have approved it and signed it, and I have submitted the form with their signatures. So literally, the last step is to receive an email that's going to give me instructions on how to officially turn it in, because I thought I was just gonna turn it in the same place that I turned in my format submission, but I was wrong. That is a quick recap in case I haven't even talked about it. So I submitted everything Thursday night, hoping that I would wake up Friday or end Friday submitting my thesis. Like there's just some poor guy walking. I thought I was going to be able to send it in Friday. The weekend passes. Okay, nobody works at the office on the weekend. Whatever. It is, oh, my phone's right here. No, that's not my phone. Ooh. It is 11:11. It is 11 in the morning and I have yet to receive the instructions to turn it in. And I mean, I guess technically the last day to turn in your thesis is this coming Friday. So they have all week to send it to me. But I have an essay to turn in on Wednesday. And I was really hoping that I didn't need to worry about my thesis while working on this damn essay. I was really hoping that I could turn one in and then turn in the other one and then it'd be done, like, you know, done. But now I'm over here like just, anyways, I'm over here just like freaking worried. I mean, it's gonna get turned in, but I wish it was turned in on my timeline when I wanted it, you know? Right. It's really annoying. I think it's annoying. Like I said, it's only Monday. It's only 11 o'clock, I guess. They could always turn it in. They could always send me the instructions later, but I don't know, I'm annoyed. Anyways, no sé. Happy Monday. I look like a boy. Hello, my friends, and happy Tuesday. I have yet to receive instructions on how to turn in my thesis. So basically what I'm going to, or what I did, I am going to send an email to the person who replied to my approval. I got an automatic message when I turned in the signatures for my committee members, so I'll just email them to see if I missed something or anything like that, and hopefully I'll get a response on how to turn in my thesis. I didn't want to wait till Friday, which is the last day to turn it in, but it's kind of looking like I'll have to wait till Friday, and I have cat hair again. Hold on. And I am annoyed. I am very frustrated. So to distract myself, right, I have to work on my final essay. And I also wanted to give another quick reading update. I am not a what the fuck is that? Oh, what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, I'm not DNFing Briefly a Simple Life. I'm just gonna put it down for like a minute, and then I'll pick it up again when I need to read something slow, because I don't want to DNF it, but it's not going anywhere and I'm annoyed. After Bride, I really needed something fast paced or within the same pace as Bride, so that's not doing it for me. I still have hope that it'll get better within the last half of the book, I guess, but I'm also annoyed that I have to wait past half of the book for it to get good. And I know I told myself that I would DNF books if I really don't want to read them. And like the problem here is that I genuinely want to read it and I do want to know how it ends. It's just really slow. Whatever. So on my free time, when I can, I'm gonna pick up A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. And this is another one of those, I guess, TikTok books, but this one has been on my TBR for a long time, like basically ever since it came out. So I decided to stick with like the fantasy route and pick this one up, and I'm really excited. Is technically another cover by. However, this is very well known within like the book community and I have heard good things, so my expectations are a little high. They're a little high. I did read the synopsis and it sounds interesting, so I'm just ready for a good time. Yeah, so I'll start this when I'm done with my essay, which I shall be working on right now. Happy Wednesday. I have updates. Like always, don't remember where I left off from my last clip. However, anyways, I don't remember what update we were in terms of my thesis, but I have officially turned in my thesis. It is live, it is published. No quotation marks. I have a link to it for whoever wants to read it. You can find it under that link. I'm done. I am officially done with my thesis. Approved and everything. And I am also officially done with school. I turned in my final essay and I'm done. I'm done. I get to relax now. I don't have to worry about anything anymore until I have to start preparing for the PhD program. But in general, I'm done, I'm happy, I'm excited. Talking about it right now is actually giving me like a lot of energy because I was very drained when I turned in my last essay. Again, I don't remember where I left off in terms of thesis updates, but I think I was waiting to get the official instructions to turn it in, and the person in charge of sending those instructions missed the email that was automatically sent when I sent in that my committee approved my thesis. So like we went back and forth for a couple of minutes until she was like, my bad, I must have overlooked that email. So if I hadn't said anything, then who knows where we'd be right now. So like it's like finally, oh my god, it's like finally officially hitting me that I am done, and next week I will be walking across the stage to receive my master's degree in English literature. I'm excited. I'm so happy. But on to more important updates about books. I also bought another Funko Pop. I found Scar from Fullmetal Alchemist for $5. And in the last book haul video that I did, I mentioned that I didn't know if I wanted to get Scar, but that was before I found him for $5. And now I just need some of the homunculi and my collection will be complete. So that's pretty exciting. And the two books that I got, one is actually a pre-order and it just came in, and it's Monsters, A Fan's Dilemma by Claire Dedier. And basically it's memoir slash essays on her meditating on the question if you should separate the art from the artist, especially if the artist is a monster. That's why it's called Monsters. I have a page left on the preface, but it is already actually pretty interesting. I didn't know Roman Polanski. I didn't know he was a horrible human being. The more you know. I'm really excited for this one. I don't really read a lot of nonfiction, so it's really rare when one actually gets me hooked, and I'm already hooked. And I decided to officially not even softy enough Briefly Delicious Life. I was gonna put it down for a minute while I read An Enchanted River. I think I'm just gonna jump back and forth between Briefly Delicious Life and this nonfiction. And today me and my mom went shopping, and there was a Books A Million next to the store we were, and I got a book. I got the Book of Thorns by Hester Fox. For any of my consistent viewers here that I have on the channel, I don't know if you guys would remember me reading The Heir of Blackwood Library by Hester Fox and me just absolutely devouring that book. I tried reading another Hester Fox after that book and I DNF'd it. It was about witches, and I thought the tone of the book was very pretentious and very spooky, witchy type situation. I was over it within like the first couple of pages and I just DNF'd it. But this book sounds similar in tone and like energy, I guess you could say, that The Heir of Blackwood Library had. It doesn't seem as serious, or like it doesn't seem like we have to take it so serious. And so that's why I decided to give Hester Fox another try. I added the first Hester Fox book on my favorite shelf, but I was kind of second guessing it. But that's how much I liked it. So that's why I want to give her a second chance with another book, not the other one that I was reading. And yeah, so I guess those are my updates for Wednesday. I'm officially done with school, and now I have time to read all the books I want. It's the next day. I'm wearing the same outfit. I'm officially DNFing A Briefly Delicious Life. It's just one of those days. Beautiful cover, boring ass story. It's about a ghost named Blanca who lives in a charter house and falls in love with the new tenants who rent it out that come from Paris or whatever. Supposedly she falls in love with the mom of the family that moves in, and it's just so boring. Like, oh my god, I haven't technically where I left off, I'm a little over halfway, and there hasn't been any action between the two of them, and it's supposedly this devastatingly beautiful romantic story that also talks about how the ghost died. And oh my god, I don't know where these reviewers, sorrow, violence, and beauty, where? Oh my gosh. I mean, the prose is nice, don't get me wrong, but the story was just not going anywhere between the supposed main characters. It says here, the unconventional love triangle between George, which is the mother, her real name was Aurora, and she changed her name to George Chopin, and Blanca, emerges as gorgeous, surprising exploration of life after death. Where? Where? Like, it's boring. I know way more about just the people's lives in general than this supposed love triangle. Boring. Just boring. I am not finishing it. So I'm gonna go back to my original backup plan, and I'm still gonna read the nonfiction Monsters, A Fan's Dilemma, but I am actually officially going to start A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. This is a fantasy novel that, I don't know. This is about our main character who is summoned back home because people are going missing in the island where he lives at, and he has to partner up with his lifelong nemesis to figure out why they're going missing. And it's lovers to enemies. No wait, enemies to lovers. I think it's a romantic-y book, so it's not fully romance, since like I mentioned, I'm not really a big fan of romance. Hopefully this is way better than that piece of shit that I was just reading. Yeah, anyways, that is my reading update for right now. What I'm going to do right now is clean my room, because like always, my room's a mess.
be in the shot? Yeah, you're okay. She's a little camera shy for some reason. Bye. So happy Friday. I just finished walking her and I took a nap, and it's Friday and I forgot what I was originally gonna say. I have thoughts. I was watching one of my older videos yesterday from back in December. I forgot why I specifically chose that one, but anyways, if there are any new viewers out there or just people who forgot, because I specifically don't mention it for a reason, I have been on a weight loss journey since February of last year of 2023. It's already been a year and 4 months, and I am not exactly where I want to be. I haven't hit my goal yet, but I am so close, and I think I'm just writing out this plateau that I'm in at the moment. And by writing out, I mean I'm not stressing out, I'm not overthinking it. Maybe I could move my body more than I already do, which I've slacked off because of thesis work, but I know that once I pick back up for the summer, I'll actually probably reach my goal that I've been wanting to reach. But anyways, I bring that up because I was watching a vlog from December, and I just think it's weird how different things can really be, or how different things can really change in just 4 months. Like, not just physically, but even mentally. Physically, I forgot how much I weighed in that vlog, but I've definitely have lost more weight since then, and you could tell on my face. I remember being upset that I was still having like the little double chin situation, and unfortunately that's like, I think genetically that's just always going to be something that I have, because even now in certain angles I'll still have it, and I noticed that everyone in my family, like, I think that's where they gain weight first. But yeah, physically, obviously, you know, I was a little further behind from where I am now and everything like that. And even mentally, I was recovering from a depression episode, which I clearly remember. That one was a pretty intense one, and the executive was very much dysfunctioning in that time period. And just looking back to it was a really nice reminder that I guess progress isn't linear, I guess. And as long as you do the work, you'll get where you want to be. Mental health wise, I still have some up and downs, but I haven't really hit such a low like I was at around December. This last one that made me so exhausted that I've needed to return to naps and everything like that, it was a very productive type of self-destruction. So it's not that I was like in a bad mental space, it was just more that I overworked myself, so even my mind was so tired. And then as for my physical goals, I never talked about it, but I was very upset that it was already December, it was about to be a year, and I hadn't hit my goal that I wanted or anything like that. But now I think it's a good thing that I'm reaching my goal slowly, just because I feel like it is more sustainable that way, or at least in my mind. Who knows, maybe I'm delulu and I should be pushing myself a little harder, right? But I feel really healthy. I don't feel like I'm doing things in any bad way. I'm still enjoying the things that I like while also trying to work on continuing to be healthy. And before I hit the plateau, I was losing weight. So I know I will get there eventually, and I have a better mindset about it, if that makes sense. I don't know. It makes sense for me. Hope it made sense for you guys. So to switch gears real quick, to switch topics to a reading topic, like I mentioned last night, I officially DNF'd briefly whatever life. I DNF'd it was boring, and I picked up A River Enchanted. I'm 2 chapters in. I was about to start chapter 3 last night when my cat finally decided to get off my lap and I could fall asleep. I'm only 2 chapters in, and I remembered how hard it is for me to get into fantasy novels. But what has me interested, I guess, is that apparently one of the reasons why I am actually very interested right now is because it has very Scottish undertones. It has very Scottish undertones, and the main character reminds me of Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon. And for some reason, he's like so far one of the only people who haven't said words like lassie. Basically, he's like one of the only people who hasn't talked in like a Scottish accent. And that reminds me how in How to Train Your Dragon, the youths don't have the Scottish accent, but it's the adults that do. And the older people in this book so far from, up to chapter 2 are the only ones that have had the Scottish accent. So basically for me, in my head right now, this is How to Train Your Dragon fan fiction. And I'm here for it. No dragons so far, but there is the scrawny there is the scrawny protagonist, and his nemesis is this badass girl who, in my head is Astrid? Is that her name? His love interest in How to Train Your Dragon? Why am I only thinking of The Office? Astrid. So I'm interested because so far it's reading like How to Train Your Dragon fan fiction, and I'm here for it. I can't remember if this is a spicy book or not, but if it does get there, that is gonna be even more hilarious and even more I'm tuned in. So I think while I wait for my sister to get home, I'm gonna keep reading after I finish watching 1 or 2 more vlogs, and I'll see you in the next update.